Welcome everybody to Turn to Talk. Ryan Pearson here with Jason Flory, the illustrious Jason Flory. Every week I always have something to say about Jason Flory. Jason, what are you laughing about?
I'm looking in the camera because that's what you want me to do, but my attention is drawn to these damn pictures in the background.
Everybody said that we need to update and upgrade Jason, we need to upgrade our pictures.
We did. We
sure.
I have more questions than answers today for these pictures. I was very shocked to walk into the studio and see, yeah. There's a lot of people that have questions about us now, but yeah, hey. Shit, man, I don't even know where to go from here, but we had last week off because we did the Hell Tour, and
yes.
So you want to get caught up on some news while we're looking at the? I don't know. There's going to be comments. Comment on those pictures if you guys like them or not. Like, I don't know. Listen, I do look good in those pictures, though. But you're so goofy, man. Like, I'm like, okay, I know where that one came from. That one I forgot about. That one you're just being goofy. That one I'm telling you, like, it looks like we're smiling, but I'm mad as hell at you in that one.
You were laughing.
I was, because I was like, don't take this picture. Like, if for folks, the second one over from my head in the middle, yeah. That's not in the middle, but that one there, we're on a four-wheeler, and I said,
it was just like a week ago.
Yeah, I said, you can ride on the front rack, or you can ride backwards behind me, or whatever. And he gets on.
No, you told me, you got to ride, bitch.
Yeah, and I said, don't ride, bitch.
No,
you jumped on her and you hugged me like, oh, man. Steph was mad. See, you don't hug Steph that hard. I was like, oh, shit. You're so stupid, man. It's all in good fun. I think they look good. Like some of our memories, a lot of those are our trips we've been on and stuff we've done. Obviously, people are going to be like, what the hell is going on?
They're like, those guys are weirdos.
We have 30 people tuned in, and they just now go, screw this.
They're logging off.
Yeah. Hey, listen, it's 2026. If Ryan and I want to have pictures of us hanging on the wall, I guess it's okay, right?
It's our studio, man.
Yeah. Oh, shit. All right, so I want to bring it down just a little bit now.
Yeah, you got to lock in.
Because I don't want to forget, and I got some stuff in my head. I found out last night. Shocking, because it was July 9th, so it's been over a week. We lost Bob Skippers. If you don't know who Bob Skippers was, he owned and operated Lakeville Speedway for years. I started racing in 1995, and I think that's the first year he had Lakeville. Him and his lovely wife Judy, and they ran it for a very long time. And actually, Kristen and I were possibly going to purchase Lakeville off of Bob at one time. And man, what a good dude. Good family. He stayed with us. Remember a couple years ago in Florida, Winter Nationals. He stayed with us for a week, and always enjoyed seeing him at East Bay. I have no words other than sorry for Judy, and I know he's got some kids in Michigan and stuff. But yeah, what a shocker! What a shocker! Dude was legit. Taught me a lot about promoting. I didn't even know it. Like my racing career, I had done what I wanted to do, and I was always bugging him about food and this and that and promoting, and he always had an opinion. Him and I always were very opinionated people, and so yeah, we're gonna miss him a lot.
I think about the radio show Thrills on Wheels and Chuck was very integral, down with Lakeville, with Bob and Judy, and they would always talk about the therapy sessions, and you always heard about those things and those great stories, and yeah, it's a shock. I was shocked, and keeping them in our thoughts and prayers.
It's really crazy. When Mike last night, we were done, and he's like, Colleen just said, Bob Skippers died, and I'm like, today? And he's like, no, July 9th, and it's like, wow. And so, I'll try to reach out to Judy. I know they got a summer house up here at. It's in Lakeville there. I forget there's a lake there. I don't really know the name, but they have a cabin there. And I was just talking to a gentleman a couple weeks ago about Bob, and I just didn't know how sick he was. And so there you go, folks. You don't know how short life can be, and so.
That's why we live in every day like it's our last, right?
Yeah, I tried to, but Bob was a good dude. Had a lot of differences with that man over the years, like a lot of people did. But yeah, he was teaching me things, and I didn't know he was teaching me. So rest in peace, Bob. We we definitely didn't know how good we had it until it was gone.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, I want to go ahead for one more minute.
So some other stuff I want to talk about is just like what's going on in the sport right now. Like, I don't know, I've seen some good racing on, and I'm not a guy who likes, no, I'm trying not to cuss tonight, streaming services, but man, those Lucas Oil shows out in the Midwest, I watched a few midweek shows. It's crazy how those midweek shows, Ryan, draw so many people. Like, I thought the racing was fantastic. B-Shep won a couple of those, and then Ricky Thornton wins the oh shit, I don't know what they even call it. It's on tip of my tongue. You know what I'm talking about?
Like the Silver Dollar.
Silver Dollar. See, Ricky Thornton won, but Shepard had some good. There was some good racing out there, and I just wonder, like, what's the difference between the Midwest and like mid Ohio, right? Like, we had a Hell Tour race last weekend or 2 weekends ago, a week ago today. The hell with it. And like, those Midwest guys don't always migrate over here. Being the last race on the Hell Tour makes me want to call Sam and be like, hey, why don't we start this thing in Ohio? It seems like those guys will drop off, and I think if people get excited to see Feger and some of those Midwestern guys, and out there they race on some bull rings, man, like fairground tracks, they're really short. And so after watching some of these flow races out in their midweek, Ryan, they're like Wednesdays and Thursdays, and the place is packed. Like, do you think that that's just a different world and economy? People just don't have nothing to do, so racing's everything they do, and maybe we're in an area where there's just too many things to do, and the attention gets pulled in 17 different ways. What do you think it is? Because we can't pull that midweek. We can't pull that on a weekend.
No, I mean, I don't want to push back too much, but not all those midweek shows have been great. I was watching Eagle. I don't know if it might have been High Limit, maybe.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
there wasn't. Didn't look like there was.
I'll agree with you.
500 people in the stands,
and that's where it's different for me. Like, so them sprint car shows, and there's World of Outlaw and High Limit both shows that you can tell that they're leased facilities. There's no promoter that would take some of that risk. Just those sprint car shows are so much money. They're $110,000, right? So hard to do a midweek show. But when you look at that Lucas Oil stuff, like, I think those are truly fans in the stands, and I don't know. It makes me think, like, what are we doing? Are we doing something wrong, or is the demographics just doesn't? When you migrate over here to Ohio, like, above I-70 seems to be sprint car world, below I-70 seems to be late model world, and that's my opinion. I know it works for Wayne County Speedway at least, right? And so I don't know. I just watch that stuff. I try to get my finger on the pulse of the sport. I don't know. For everything I think I learn, I'm like, that didn't work. You know, we try a lot of different stuff. We just tried to run yesterday, you know. It rained everywhere but here. Same old story, right? Dustin, I feel so bad for Dustin. The sticks up. You know, it rained. We were all waiting for the thunderstorms to hit. And, listen, I told you this from day one. You wanted me to cancel. You're always the guy that cancels the forecast. I'm not. And I said, it ain't raining. We're going to run. And so we ran the two divisions of race cars, and we had a heck of a derby. And, yeah, there was nobody there. I don't want to hear nobody tell me there's nobody there. I can count people just as good as you can. But the same deal, though. My one word is worth more than money. I said we're going to run it. I told everybody in the grandstands last night, hey, this rain ran everybody off. Like, it just happens. And so I'm going to let all those people in free next week for Christmas in July. So, you know.
Ho, ho, ho.
I felt like the Derby was worth the price of admission last night. I think it was really good. I think that lawnmower Derby, I think you and I should build a couple of those. But I don't know, man. Like, the pulse of the sport in Ohio seems to wave. Like, you're going against the King's Royal. You had Incarceration Festival in Mansfield going on. You had a lot of stuff going on. Congratulations to Eldora. They fought rain Friday and Saturday bad. Like, I felt for them guys. Like, every time they get ready to roll, a storm would blow in, and that's a big deal. You see how many concerts and stuff they had going on out there this year? They really upped their game. That place is an event now. It's not even a race. Like, who won the race? Nobody knows, right? Because everybody's drunk by Saturday night. No, it's true. Kudos.
Macri won.
You know that because you weren't there. But I'm just telling you, like, kudos to Eldora, because they've turned that into something bigger than racing. And I think we all need to look at that. We don't have a facility for that. We're not Eldora. We'll never be competing against them, obviously. But I like what they're doing. I think it's what I think it's the demographics of what the sport calls for today to do a big event like that.
Well, like, I have buddies here from Dalton that, they don't they don't come out to Wayne County Speedway very often, but they always make a boys trip to
Yeah.
Eldora.
Yeah.
You know, and so they go down there and have a good time and have fun and leave the women at home.
Just think about that, though. Fremont Monday, high limit. Attica the Doty on Tuesday. And then high limit, outlaw at Eldora. I mean, there was a lot of sprint car racing. I feel like as a local racetrack, that's why we don't run. We used to try to run against it, and you know, we know our place. We know our role, right? So we try to do something different. You know, we added the mini stocks, compacts, and the super stocks late in the game with the Derby. And at the end of the day, really, it's just, for me, it's just, we got a facility. Let's try to run something and
Give
do
these
something.
guys a place to race.
Yeah, let's do something. It's been such a crappy spring, and so I don't know if we came too late in the game to get the cars. The weather was a big factor in it. I had a good time last night, though. Listen, I know I'm always business, but it was fun. It was fun to be able to watch some. I liked the Demolition Derby. I'm a Derby guy. I like watching
Some
them.
of that stuff was wicked.
Yeah,
It was pretty wicked.
I got to see Cooter, and you did too. Cooter used to work for me for a career, and then he worked at the Speedway and helped us. And he's always got a home there if he wants to come back.
You said that we need to put a couple of lawnmowers together. If you want me to show up for work, like I told Steph, I go, that looked like a lot of fun, but I probably would be laying in bed for a couple days.
That stuff gets me excited, but I don't have the time to build one of those. Like if I could buy one of those already done, all I had to do is show up, I would. I think that was cool. I enjoyed it. I hope the fans did. Hope everybody appreciated what we did. Weather and all this stuff, circumstances. Like, hey, we did what we do, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. And you know, like I said, come back this week. OVSCA in the house for Christmas in July.
Yeah, I got the flyer up, so we'll do that. I wanted to read this message from Casey Craver for the Craver family. Cindy sent me a message, and so
When did you get this?
We got this a couple days ago, and I do apologize for that. And I apologize to Casey to make sure Cindy knew.
So couples too.
So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you to everyone who donated raffle baskets, purchased tickets, shared our fundraiser, and offered prayer, love, and support for Ron Craver, the Gris, and our family. The generosity and kindness shown by our friends, family, local businesses, and the amazing racing community has been overwhelming. Every donation, every ticket purchased, and every kind word has made a difference. Your support has reminded us how blessed we are to be surrounded by such caring people. A special thank you to everyone who helped organize the raffle, donated incredible baskets, and all who came out to support us at Wayne County Speedway. We truly couldn't have done this without each and every one of you. On behalf of Ron, Cindy, and the entire Craver family, thank you for standing by us during this difficult time. Your kindness, compassion, and generosity will never be forgotten. With sincere gratitude, the Craver family.
Yeah, listen, man, it's just hard to believe. We lost skippers. We lost Ron Craver. Like, I go back to Ryan when I started racing super stocks, or they were called pure stocks in 1995, and the Gris was the man. You had Troy Anderson, you had Mark Thompson, you had 40 of these cars, you know, and the Gris was super chill then. And as I got to know him further in my life, as we changed roles, I don't know, where are you going to find people to replace him? Who's filling those shoes? I think of racetrack business. I see these people are building racetracks every day. You know, they were bringing these racetracks back. Like Portsmouth had a good standing room only crowd, right? So, you know, as Atomic closes, Portsmouth opens. The pendulum keeps just swinging back and forth. But who's going to fill the shoes of everybody that we lose? I mean, I think about that as a business long term. Like, you know, we're going to talk to a gentleman here in a little bit that's young and up and coming. That gets me excited, but you know, he's going to have to multiply. He's going to have to multiply by 50 or 60 just to keep up with the losses we have every year. So, hey, to the Craver family, you know, the Gris was one of a kind. If you didn't know him, that's a loss for you. He was great. I have lots of Gris stories. I always cherish my memories and my stories and my time I got to spend with him. And I know next Sunday we're having a what do you want to call that? A service for him, I guess. You know, celebration of life is what they're calling it. And so I'm sure you'll release the details on that. Public's allowed, right? That's gonna be next Sunday. So we're going. You know, I'll be there. I'm gonna say a few words. I got some stuff I want to say, and he's a good dude. I don't know how else to put it. Like, you can't replace the Gris, and so we won't try because those shoes are never going to be filled by anybody else. So we're just going to cherish the memories. So
It was really good to have him on the show.
yeah,
That was really good.
it's hard to believe.
Yep.
It's hard to believe. You know, that just shows we're getting old. I normally wouldn't give two shits about stuff like this. You know what I mean? I would just look past it in my life, and I'd be like, "Oh man, somebody passed away. That's horrible," you know. And I think the older you get, you start to reflect on that stuff. And damn, man, the Gris I took for granted. I seen him every week, and I just like, I'll see you next week, man. You know, and just passing him. You know, when you shake my hand, I don't know. I just think we're all mature, and we don't even know we're maturing, right?
Yep.
So,
That's it. You ready to hit our guest?
Yeah, listen, I'm excited for this one.
All right, let's get him on the line.
You better turn this up. Not that up. You there?
What's going on, Billy Dawson?
Buddy, what's up?
How'd you know it was him?
Because I knew.
Yeah. Well, Billy, the show's in technical difficulty. We
No.
just lost our screen.
No, we're just trying to make sure he's turned up.
There you are. There he is.
That's all right.
There we can hear. I can hear you really well now. So hopefully everybody else can too. So hey, man, glad to have you on. We talked yesterday a little bit, and it has nothing to do with what happened Friday. And I think we've been talking about you all season. Like when we talk about young guns, like you come to the top of the list. So we're gonna talk a little bit of racing here, and I got some Q&A for you. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready whenever you guys are.
All right. Yeah, you think you're ready. Ryan, shoot it, man.
Billy, so we talk about, young guns, and last week we had Doug Drown on show.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, sorry, our last show, I should say. We had Doug, and Doug talked about his son Kale, being interested in racing late models. And you have Emma out there, Emma Markham, so there's young people coming up, including yourself. How does it feel to be, out there on the track racing and being, one of the young guys that's come up and coming?
Overall, it's pretty cool to see other people getting into the sport. Seeing Emma coming into the sport, that was a complete blindside to me. I mean, I guess I never really saw another girl coming locally. So that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Kale, also, we go back pretty far. Me and Kale used to be rivals in school. I went to West Holmes, and he went to Triway. And ever since then, we kind of grew up together. So it's kind of cool knowing him and Doug all the way through school and growing up. So that'd be really cool to see him fill Doug's shoes.
Yeah, Colin and Kale actually played against each other quite a bit growing up in football and basketball and stuff like that. So, I know about those rivalries from school. That's pretty cool. And then maybe you get to be racing against them.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. I think you'd definitely be able to do it. I mean, everyone can. It just takes time.
Yeah. Let's talk about how you got here. Let's start from the beginning. I think it's a feel-good story. I mean, I know you was racing some compact stuff, and then you had some super stock stuff. Like, why don't you just let everybody know who doesn't know how you ended up with this late model? How did you go from compact? You were kind of doing double duty there for a while. You had like a super stock and a compact. How'd this late model deal come together for you?
So Wayne Moffitt Jr., as a lot of people know him and his father, they were very big racing people. He had a late model, and Wayne had some health issues, and it forced him to sell out the car, but he didn't want to sell it out. He wanted to do something good and put a raffle out and give a chance to somebody that never had the chance to even get close to giving the money to do it. And my parents and me, we entered in on the raffle. We bought one ticket. I think it was 197 because I was 19 at the time, and I was number 7 for racing. And one day, well, it was about a year later, I guess, whenever the drawing happened, there's a bunch of people on there saying, like, it ain't going to happen, it ain't going to happen. I was just hanging in there, hoping it would, and I knew Wayne was a man of his word, so we kind of just sat there and waited, and one day the drawing came about, and Dad came running up to the garage, and he was screaming at the top of his lungs with his shirt off, and I'm just standing there because I was working on a car or something at the time, and it was pretty late. And he goes, "You just won that late model." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And it clicked to me, and then all of a sudden it hit me, and I was like, "Holy cow. What's going on?" And then we ran out, and got on the phone instantly and figured out when we could go pick it up. And that same night we went and picked it up. And from there, we kind of just been winging it.
Yeah, just winging it. I like it. So to continue that story, though, wasn't your first race? Didn't you go to Muskingum for, was it a Lucas Oil show or was it a Lucas Oil qualifier? It was a bigger show. You went to Muskingum, didn't you, for your first race in it?
Yeah, it was the Ironman series. If I'm not
Ironman.
mistaken, it was 10,000 to win that night. It was either 10 or regular 5.
Okay.
But we went down there and we had a lot of people telling us not to go just for the fact that I've never even really drove a rear-wheel drive car. And we didn't plan to make the show down there. And we just got fortunate enough that we're dumb enough to just hold the throttle down and not care that much.
It cracks me up. I can't believe you bought one ticket.
Yeah, you got $20 invested in that whole thing, huh? No, they were $100 a ticket. No,
Yeah, like $100. But still, like some people buy like 100 tickets.
Yeah.
And then it just took one ticket to go late model race. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was a blessing. Something that you'd never even think of. It's just one of them things you buy and just move on about and hope for the best.
Yeah.
So, I know your mom, and your mom, she was talking and said, like, you're a really hard worker when it comes to this stuff. Like, where did that get instilled into you from?
Honestly, I'm not fully sure. I know my dad, he raced back in the day, and he's always been a hard worker. So as a kid, watching him just always be outside, working on things, showing me what it needs to be done, that he's not always going to be there. So I really needed to step up whenever we got the late model, and everyone kept telling me maintenance is the biggest thing on these. So I just kind of learn as much as I can, talk to as many people as I can, and whatever they say, I kind of try and do. So helped a lot with everyone that's helped us, because without them, I probably would be nowhere in this car. I'd probably still be in the back of the field somewhere.
So I tell you what. So I think in the last year and a half for sure. I mean, this year's been so many rainouts. I don't even count it, but like you've definitely been in the vision. You've been in the conversations, and I think people are starting to take notice, because I think at first it was like, oh, I'm not sure about this, or he's going to do this. Everybody was, listen, it's easier to drag a person down than lift them up, right? And that's just world it is. That's just how it is. But you have turned some heads. You have definitely made yourself a name for yourself. I think myself looking at you, do you kind of mimic? Do you feel like you mimic? I'll ask you this. Do you feel like you're kind of copying the Kyle Moore racing school program?
I wouldn't say we're copying Kyle Moore, but he's definitely set the bar really high to beat. So
yeah,
I was more so of a T-Carp kid growing up, as most of these people know. So winning a Kryptonite car is just absolutely mind-blowing to me. It was a dream come true. And talking to T-Carp a year or so, he's really showed me what I need to start doing, where to put the car at on the track, because that was just absolutely crazy, that race there Sunday.
Yeah.
That dude, he was on a rail. But that was awesome. But Kyle Moore and them, they definitely set the bar high, and they've definitely showed me what I need to get to.
When you talk about driving styles, and Tyler Carpenter said that, he put the right front on the guardrail and laid the hammer. And I think about why I watched you over the last couple of years, and that's how you drive a lot of times too. I remember it was the Summer Nationals race in the B Main, and you did the same thing. You just put the right front on the guardrail and just laid the wood.
Yeah, whenever we went down to Muskingum, I went up for qualifying or hot laps, and I kept going off the top side, and T-Carp and me, we got talking down there after we came in. And I asked him, I was like, the car's just getting tight in the corner. And he goes, well, just throw your nuts over your shoulder and go. I was like, is it seriously like that? And he goes, yeah, you just need to hold it down. So I finally just started holding it down and letting it go. And sure enough, I started to figure out where the car's picking up, and I learned where the wall was really quick by destroying the deck a couple times. But
that happens.
I mean, it seemed like that's where you had to be quick, and I don't want to hold back because I don't want to be no loser. I want to win.
Yeah, listen, you're turning heads. Your time's coming. I think that you say pay your dues and things like that, but But I see you racing all kinds of cars. Like I seen you last night. We was at the Derby last night, and you were there, and we talked a little bit. You had a really good run Friday night. You said rain came and kind of screwed your visor up, but not even just taking like, oh my God, you were running second. It's been really consistent with that car. And you're like one of one at these kryptonites up in this area. Let's be honest. Like you're not in a Longhorn, you're not in a Rocket. You just got this late model, and I know Carpenter's helping you a little bit, but like, how is the maintenance program, and how is it for you? Not so much what is the maintenance program. How is it different for you to prep for the late model versus the compact or super stock?
Like the compact, it'd take me an hour, and that thing's completely done just because I've known it up and down. And my dad, he's been in that class for so many years, and just I don't know how to explain it. That's just been an ongoing thing for my family. So it's been just a jump in and go and learn. Yeah. But the super stock, it took a second to learn, like all the transmission stuff, because it's a completely different setup. You're not in a 5-speed no more.
Right.
You're direct drive clutches. You shove it down, the car's going. You're not releasing the clutch and the car's going. So that was something learning. Then obviously front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, that was a huge concept I had to learn.
Yeah. What's your...
We weren't too...
Go ahead.
What was that? We weren't too sure where to like look at on the cars for maintenance wise, just because we didn't know what goes bad and where to look for most of the time. And a lot of people started stepping up and helping us out, and it's saved us quite a few bucks.
Yeah. What can you tell me the biggest difference that you didn't know was going to be a difference? Like, you're young, man. You don't know anything until you know it, right? I mean, you're just full of piss and vinegar, grab my helmet and I'll go drive anything. You got that free-spirited attitude. But what was the biggest eye-opening thing that when you got in that late model, you go, holy shit? Like, what was that moment?
Losing a spoiler up there at Wayne County when I tore the guardrail off. Whenever I tore the spoiler completely off, I went down into 3 and 4, and it backed the car completely into the guardrail. I was like, wow, that's a difference. And then new tires versus used tires and tire prep. Yeah. Having a good tire prep guy really, really helps, and knowing what you're kind of doing. We don't fully know what we're doing. We act like we do somewhat, but we're just winging it.
I like it.
Hey, Billy, Grandma Sue wants to know, what's your favorite of the 3 cars that you like to race?
Some people might hate me for it. The compact, I mean, I can't walk away from that class. We've been dominant in it every single time I've jumped in the car. We swapped from Honda to the Cavalier. We proved ourselves in the Cavalier. Not fully yet, but we've proved that we've had speed. There's something about just putting that front-wheel drive car against the guardrail. It really takes talent to drive those things, because I don't know how to explain it. They're just all over the place. You really have to set them things up to go around the track fast. If you just build one anymore, it's not just strip the thing and go. You're actually using your mind to set these things up now. But the late model, it's enjoyable. But the money perspective is what really, really kills that for me.
Yeah.
Maybe if I had more money to back the program and kind of pay the expenses of what happens throughout the week, and like our decking this week, it's absolutely demolished to replace 2 deck panels. So it's nothing big, but that's $100 in sheet metal right there.
Yeah, I said this before, and I don't want to dwell. I don't want to get off the rails with you, but like the cost of late model racing, like to bring a young guy like you in who, you're grassroots, man. Like you got this car for $100 ticket, and you've been able to carry this thing for a couple of years, and I don't think anybody thought that would really happen. And then have the success you had. Like you got a lot of people behind you, and we'll talk about some sponsorship stuff at the end of this, and we'll let you thank everybody. But like, what does the future hold for Billy Dawson in this late model deal long term, or is this just a, like you say, winging it? Is this just a, hey, we're going to do this until we don't do it anymore?
I had a lot of people tell me to sell this thing because obviously I'm very young. It'd be smart to sell it and just take the money, but who knows what this future is going to hold for me. I didn't know that I was going to be overall decent in it. We're getting top 5 consistently this year. The money program behind it the sponsors have really, really stepped up this year. Obviously, we swapped the full body on. Most people that race know that isn't cheap. A lot of people that stepped into the program, we maintained with sponsors from over the years. So it's really cool to have them just keep stepping up on our program from car to car to car. And we had a couple new ones. We had a PR guy come in and really chase some sponsorship for us to really help us out. So that helped us tons, tremendously.
Good deal.
So in our future, I couldn't really tell you where it holds us. If a ride picks us up, we're going to ride it till we die. And if it doesn't, I'm going to keep going until my pockets hurt to where I have to sell.
I like that. Go ahead, Ron.
Billy, you race 3 divisions. Is there ever any thought of racing a 4th, like hopping into a modified? Might as well. You're there racing 3 divisions. What's going to be another one, or a sprint car?
Oh, yeah, I'd race every division. Throw me in every car. I don't care. I'd derby a lawnmower like everyone else was saying. I was walking around the pits telling guys, throw me in one.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
where I come from, was derbying.
That lawnmower derby last night was I liked it. It was badass. I really thought about getting one. That to me looked like a good time, man.
Yeah, me and Johnny Bruce were standing there talking, and he was like, wow, that actually kind of looks fun, but them guys got to be sore because them seats, obviously, they're like plastic.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine how them guys go home feeling.
Well, you're young. You don't feel no pain. But, hey, let me ask you something, and then it's maybe a 2-part question for you, possibly. When you pull on the racetrack and lock that thing into high gear, who are you looking to beat? Like in hot laps, qualifying, heat racer features, is there somebody who you want to beat? Like, who's your biggest rival right now? Like, who do you and you don't have a public rivalry with nobody, but like in your mind, who's that one itch that you want to scratch every week?
Kyle Moore. There's no doubt in my mind. I feel like we've pretty much stood our ground to almost every other car in the track. We've raced with them. We've competed with them, but we haven't really raced with Kyle. Kyle is just dominantly just whooping everyone's ass. I mean, people see it in the stands. I mean, you have people hate Kyle Moore just because the dude's winning.
Yeah.
I want to be the guy to where that crowd just erupts. Like when JR rolled that car and the crowd erupted in fear,
Yeah.
the dude came back out and got third.
Yeah.
Holy cow, did you think that guy won the feature?
Yeah, I called JR on Tuesday, and I said, man, thanks a lot. You took a bad night for me, and you turned it into something good, right? But, like,
Yeah, he most definitely did.
I'll tell you this. Let me just ask you this. Do you think you can beat Kyle Moore?
Give or take, I wouldn't say that we could.
Come
but I
on,
wouldn't
man.
put it past us that we couldn't.
Where's that ego? I like to see a match race. Young guns, man. The Moore versus the kid, Billy the Kid, for 5 laps. $500. Winner take all.
Yeah, I'd love to do it. I think we need a couple more laps under our belt up there at Wayne County to adjust the cars, just to what we need to be, because Kyle's got a lot of laps compared to us.
Well,
I mean, he's been doing this for years in multiple cars.
well, we'll make him put a
And
patch over one
solid.
eye. How if we did put a patch over one eye?
Hell, he can keep them both open. I'm open for a fair fight. I told everyone in my pit crew, I was like, we're going to be the ones to beat him this year. It's got to happen.
I love it. I like that confidence.
If you need any more laps around Wayne County, I know the track owner. Maybe we can open the gates some night, get you a couple extra laps.
Yeah, listen, Kyle got his start over there running a tractor, so that's how he got his start. So if you want to get as many laps as Kyle, starts with a tractor.
Yeah, if I didn't have so many cars, maybe I'd be able to come over and jump on one.
You and Kyle are a lot alike. Your personalities. Kyle's a little more private. He used to be real shy, kind of backwards a little bit, he would say, but he's definitely matured a bunch. But like you two have a reputation. I think this is a fair statement, Ryan. Like if I said to 10 people last night in a regular race night, I go, one word to describe Billy the Kid, and just a racer. I think just a true definition of what a racer is. Anywhere, anytime, any car, you don't care. As long as you fit in the seat and it's a safe car, you'll drive it.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, a couple of years ago, I jumped in a 270 micro sprint car because some people don't know, but I did. I jumped in one just to try it out. That was pretty fun. It felt like a big mini wedge.
Yeah.
That's right. I
But
remember him racing mini wedges. That's right.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
we have a championship up there at the Wayne County.
Can I ask you how old you really are? How old are you?
20 years old, and I turned 21 in October.
Yeah.
Well, here's to you. I'm drinking a beer.
Hey, Billy. Ezra Fairchild says, "Hell yeah, Billy."
Yeah, that's one of the guys that he comes over and he kind of throws hands on at the track. He shows up because he works late nights during the week, and you don't know the best because none of my pit crew, I mean, they don't have racing background. These are just guys that I went to school with and been friends with, and I'm just thankful that they jump in unpaid to do this. And I mean, they're having a blast with me, so whatever I can do to help them, I really try to. Like, we have these enduro cars over here at the house that you guys might see sometimes on our Facebook. I throw them guys in them just to go have fun.
Yeah.
Gary Schaub says, "Great job on your heat race win Friday night."
Thank you. Definitely felt like I won the car again because winning a heat race, hell, never thought I was going to do that soon.
Yeah.
Hey, Valak is tuned in. He says, "What's up, y'all?"
Wow. Hey,
Oh, that's my guy right there.
hey, give me. This is one for you. Give me one word to describe him. Just what? One word right now to describe him.
Doodle Bob.
I could tell you a story about him last Sunday night, but I won't. He's crazy. Oh man, he's out of control. It's always fun to talk to him though. A lot of people comment.
He's
here.
a nut.
Yeah, he really is. He makes it fun though. Like, I'm telling you, we all know the business of it. You talked about the cost of tires and just expensive sheet metal and things like that. And we could go into my expenses and stuff, but it's just sometimes it's fun to be around like a guy like Valak to just put it in perspective. Like, we're just supposed to have fun. Like, at the end of the day,
Yeah,
we're
most definitely.
You know, I think if we all stay that course, it's just a lot more enjoyable. So
Yeah, that dude's had some serious bad luck, and he finds the way to make fun in it. Somehow, some way, he's just finding to make fun.
yeah, I think I used to be the butt of all his fun jokes, and I think I've at least got a notch higher than that now. I'm not so much in his crosshairs like I used to be.
Billy,
Yeah, definitely.
racing with those mini stock guys like Valak and Johnny Bruce, your buddies. What is it about? Like, those guys will do anything for you and not want anything in return. What is it about racing with them?
Johnny fixed our car, and to me, that goes a long way. Someone that, honestly, I've beat multiple times, and Johnny's beat me multiple times. Someone that we went neck and neck with. Valak, same thing. He's been up there a couple times. We've raced with him quite a few times. And they've both jumped in each time, anytime we've needed anything at the track, fix our stuff. It's awesome to see. That whole class is pretty much like that. It sucks that it's slowly dying out, and I'm trying to put my car back on the track to help it. So if you guys haven't put your cars out there, you guys need to do it. That stuff is seriously fun. And if you need help doing it, call me. I'd gladly help.
Yeah, I just had the conversation last night about the compacts, and it just seems like we used to average 22 to 25, and then we had a meeting and we decided to make it this SCDRA thing. It instantly killed it for me at the Speedway. Like, I don't know what's changed, but I don't know. It's definitely the vibe is off a little bit this year, and so maybe we can get that back.
I think people are just scared. I mean, we're running stock motors still over here. I just blew it up here recently, but all of the races I've won has been on stock motors, and we went and competed with some of the best. My rookie year, we went to Tyler County and competed with some of the best and got third up there.
Yeah,
I really don't see the people's excuses of saying that these built motors mean much. Half the time they blow up and you can't use them because the tracks are so slick here in Ohio.
I'll go back to this. Like, we're supposed to be having fun. And we all know there's always going to be that handful of people that take any class. It doesn't matter if it's compact or modifieds or whatever class it is. There's always going to be 5 or 6 of those guys that are going to have more money than they need to be in that class. But like, if you can race and be competitive and race with your buddies and get out at the end of the night and just have a good time, I just try to preach that because like, we're all just doing it for a hobby. Like, we ain't nobody drawing a paycheck on this deal. So everybody gets so butthurt about the rules and this and that. It's like, just show up. Like, we'll make it work.
Right. Yeah, we definitely, We'll spend $2,500 in tires and fuel in 2 weeks, and we'll go make $250.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm just there for the fun of it.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to make a business out of this racing ordeal. I'm just looking to put T-shirts in the crowd,
Yeah.
a show on for or everything for the fans. I mean, it's really an all for the kids. I like to see more kids involved in it. It just seems like from me being as a kid, there were so many of us at the track, and now it's just kind of kids don't seem involved in it as much, and we're really trying to pull that back into it.
I think it will. And I'll let Ryan chime in here. He's doing a little research or something on you, but I think kids could be. It's funny. I had this conversation today. I said when you have younger kids, like I'm talking like 5 to 7, 8-year-olds, they're just crazy love it. They come and look at the cars, and then once those kids get to be preteens or teenagers, now they've been introduced to video games and virtual reality stuff, and I just don't think you have the gearheads that are around the cars anymore, and so that's a disappointment. But hey, if we take 100 kids and we can get 2 or 3 to cross over, that's where we're at. Those are the numbers that we're dealt with, and that's what we got to work on. And you're doing a very good job carrying that flag. You draw a lot of attention to yourself, and I think it's definitely what we need.
Yeah, I want to put on that demeanor of somebody that needs to get the people out there. As most of you guys know, Tony, I can't remember his last name, but Tony, he's the real famous guy at the racetrack.
Yep. We know Tony.
And I can't remember his last name now. Yeah, everyone knows who I'm talking about. But I just seen him back at the racetrack a couple weeks ago, and that was just awesome to see Tony back. From a little kid growing up, seeing that dude in the stands, yelling water, beer, all that stuff. It's just awesome. And then seeing him come back to the pits and asking me for a T-shirt now and my car, that made my complete night.
There you go. What you got?
Billy, Todd Gallion says, Billy Dawson can drive. I've been cheering for him since he was in the mini wedge.
Definitely appreciate it. I see he has a car, I'm pretty sure. So that's pretty cool to see another car on the track.
Yep.
And then Sue.
Good luck to him this season.
And then Sue says, proud of my grandson.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of comments here. Ryan scrolling through them. Like, let's see, Valak. There's Valak. Valak is always out of control. Valak could run this thing on his own. Like he
definitely could. Valak says, nah, 4-wheel drive is so easy. Full throttle, just rip the wall down. It's easy.
Yeah, that's with laughing emojis.
Pretty funny that he's saying that. That brings it back to my rookie year. Johnny Bruce and me, the first time I ever met him, we knew Johnny was he was a nut at first whenever I met him. Dude was kind of all over the place, and he kind of cleaned it up since then. And we talked to him one night, and we sat outside pole, and he was inside. He was like, just drive that sucker in there till you see Jesus in the guardrail. I was like, all right, I'm going to do that. And we finally just did it, and I rode the wall the whole time, and it was just deja vu with him. We've been great friends since.
Well, I would say one of your mentors is tuned in. Mr. Kyle Moore says, I'm in, let's run it. So he's down a little match racing. I always like a little match race, a little young gun match racing. And, you got I'd say Kyle would be the villain, right? He plays the villain role, and you're the up and coming hero. You're the Billy the Kid, right? So, like, I like it. I like I could promote the shit out of this. So maybe that'll happen this year.
Yeah, I'd definitely be interested a little bit of it. I couldn't say we're going to do much to anything, but definitely be interested in trying to put a show on for the crowd because I love the competition. It's awesome. I want to be him so bad.
Yeah, I like that attitude.
Billy, where do you go from here? Is there aspirations for doing further? I know you kind of talked about it a little bit, but is there more? Where do you go from here?
Oh, yeah. If someone big called me right now and told me to pack my stuff up and hit the road, I'm telling them pit crew's coming with me, and we're going. Other than that, we're staying home because these guys have been here since day one, and I ain't leaving without them.
I love that.
Yeah, loyalty. Loyalty's good. So, give me some goals, man. What do you want to accomplish? Like, now that you've made it, what's your goals? Like, and everybody has them. Like, I wrote them down. I remember my senior year in high school, I wrote down what I wanted to accomplish in this racing thing. And, I will say I accomplished most of them before I got out. But like, what's your goals? What's Billy Dawson want to do before he hangs the helmet up in this late model deal?
I want to do what Bobby Pierce does, but more.
Wow.
If that's even possible. I want to really take it up to the next level for absolutely everybody. And then I want to see someone else younger than me doing the same thing, because not very many kids are getting into the sport. And I feel as if we set the bar higher, maybe someone else sees it and they want to get into it and they're competitive.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'd also like to own my own race team for my pit crew guys to jump in some cars, because they definitely deserve the chance to get the fun.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
It is fun. There's no way to describe, the fun that you have when you're even in the mini stocks and sport compacts, and it was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Everything that I jump in with 4 wheels, I don't care if it's got 25 cc's on that sucker. If she goes forward, I'm having a blast.
Billy, a lot of these sprint car guys have motocross backgrounds. Sheldon, Danny Moomaw, Ames, all those guys. Did you ride dirt bikes, when you were a kid?
A fun fact, I just bought my first dirt bike this year for the pits, and I've wrecked it about 7 times. So a brand new bike looks like it's 8 years old. So me on a dirt bike's not good. But my first ever race, technically, was 3 years old over at Lakeville Speedway on a flat track on a little Chinese 4-wheeler. And I lapped every car or person there, not a car, but 4-wheeler. And it was just racing from there. And then I got go-karts in our front yard here at home and stayed in go-karts and went to Durban for a few years, got a mini stock, and it's just kind of taken off, and I've stuck with it, hopefully just riding the wave.
What's the racing program like? I think everybody would want to know. So you got this stuff. I want to know. That with everybody else. I want to know. So you got this stuff at a raffle ticket, and you got wheels, tires, shock spring. You got the whole 9 yards. What does it look like today? Like, so the car won't last forever. The motors always need freshen. Like, is it sustainable for you? Like, is you got enough help on the car, like sponsor wise? I know you had a race party. Like, is it a lot of work, lot more money? Like, I guess we're going to talk money a little bit, even though I don't want to get into it. But like, money wise, is it sustainable for you to plan the next 2, 3, 4 years?
I could definitely sustain another year or so on my own, I think, with these guys that I have right now on the car. They definitely put in the money this year to kind of put together somewhat of a motor. But myself, I work very hard at home. I do a lot of stuff on the side, just trying to make some hustle. I don't expect these guys to pay for my fun, because this is literally something that we do on a weekend just for a hobby. And it's mind-blowing to me that they even want to put the money to something like this, because some of them don't really know what's going on. So it's my job to bring them into this sport and hopefully keep them into it.
Yeah, well, that's... Get your head in the right place for sure. I mean, always be appreciative. Yeah, most definitely. I am for sure. These guys, they help us out tremendously, and I couldn't be more thankful for it. We've got an engine guy on board, his Torch Performance Machine. He's the one that did our heads on the late model this year. He's got us absolutely tuned up. It's ran great all year long. We had a few issues earlier on in the year. It was just myself being dumb. I put the gears in upside down. I'm not afraid to admit it. We've all done it. We've all done it, man.
But other than that, I mean, it's ran great. Temperature's been way dropped down. It's had a lot of power. So those guys that are still looking to get out there, I think I know a couple of these guys locally that have been going down to him and get their motors done. Definitely need to get in the race out, because he's getting slammed.
Good. Bringing some new people in. What do you got?
Billy, I saw a thing for Hilltop yesterday that, you were donating $100 for a hard luck award. A lot of people in racing do things that are unsung and nobody knows about. What made it compelling to you to want to give back to the racers, and something like that for that Michael Rose race?
Just me and my parents, we really know how it is to have that hard luck, and we knew Michael pretty much most of our life. Me growing up, Michael was a pretty big mentor for me. He was pretty close to me. He showed me sat me down what to do as a younger kid and got me into the racing. So most of you guys that don't know or knew Michael, he was a great dude, and he really brought young kids into this stuff. I feel as if he was still around, the kids would still be on the fence like they used to, because we'd get screamed at every single weekend yelling for Michael Rose.
Yeah, I knew him. I got to know him a little more right at the end of that deal, because it was a springtime, right? It was actually early spring. It was a nice spring day, and I just remember I remember that day almost vividly. I could tell you where I was at. But hey, 2-part question for me, and this is here rapid fire for you: white hat or black hat?
Black.
1 lap shootout, lap 24, white flags late waving. You and Kyle Moore going into turn 1. You're close enough. Do you dump him for the win?
Absolutely. I mean, I expect nothing less from him.
I love it. I love the attitude. The only way you're going to beat that guy is you're going to have to race him as hard as he races everybody else. Like everybody who's just like, well, Kyle's going to win them all, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to beat him that way. You're going to have to race him hard. You're going to have to show him, because he's very smart. Like, one thing I watch Kyle do is he maneuvers his car around. He won't follow anybody. He will go below. And Sheldon Hotshield was one of the best sprint car drivers to do that at the county. I'd watch Sheldon under caution roll a groove down, and maybe it was only there for 2 or 3 on the restart, but he knew where he had to go to pass people, and you're never going to pass anybody following him. And so I like your attitude. I like that young, ambitious. You haven't wrecked hard yet. You have no bad habits, and so I think it's intriguing to me. So, I look forward to watching you the rest of the year for sure. DJ Miller's on here. You got so many supporters that want to see you do good, and I think that's what I'm excited about. Is like you're a feel good story for winning the car, but you're also backing it up with the results.
Yeah, we're really trying over here. I put countless hours in the garage with this pit crew. I try to teach these guys as most as I can. They know about as everything as I do. They're all 20 years old. We're a bunch of dummies. If you see us act like we know what we're doing, just know that we don't. It's kind of working in a way. We're kind of getting more successful this year. We're learning a little bit of notches we can do. We've learned more body work. That's like up there at Hilltop. We were praying on Kyle to bust that right rear, because then I think the first 5 laps he hit the wall pretty good, and it tore that right rear quarter panel completely apart on the right rear. Within the laps, I was in second. I finally was closing in on Kyle, and I thought I was going to have a run. I seen Brad up there on the sticks telling Kyle to come up, and finally the 3rd lap after Kyle seen him, he came up and threw dirty air, and I clobbered the wall pretty good and fell to 4s.
Yeah, I'd make Brad build you a new body because it was his fault, sounds like.
Yeah, that's right.
And pretty cool. We're also leading the points over there in our first full season, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. What you got?
Rachel Miller says, I was watching Wayne County and Eldora at the same time just to see Billy Dawson kick ass.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate that. We have a lot of supporters, and I can't be more grateful for them, because these T-shirts that I have, I try to promote them, and it kind of helps us, but I ain't making no money on these things. I just literally love to see these things around the pits.
Yeah, we get your name.
Fans, public. It's awesome.
So tell everybody, so here we go. Tell us where can we get a T-shirt from Billy the Kid, and who's all the people that make it possible on this car? Like, I'm looking at this car on the screen, and I have bad eyes, but why don't you just tell us where we can pick up some of your merchandise and who helps make that thing roll around the track?
Billy the Kid Dawson Racing on Facebook. You can get a hold of me, myself, Billy Dawson, or my mom, Rita Dawson, or my dad, Brian Dawson, or even Gage Bowman. So for the most part, we have a lot of sponsors on our car that really help us out, and they actually some of them go to the mini stock and street stock that also help us out. Those ones that do go to those cars, I couldn't thank you guys more than enough, because that's tremendous help.
Yeah.
And the ones that are on the late model, they stepped up completely a bunch, because they were most of the ones from the mini stock and the ones that came on board new this year. Thank you guys. I actually have a complete list here. Dusty Stroud with Lane's Auto, they're no longer in business, but his business is to be determined, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure where the future holds for him, but he's a great guy. If you guys need help, I'm sure he'd still help you with anything mechanical.
Okay.
Junior Howe with Amsoil, he's a guy that's been around Wayne County Speedway and had a stand up there quite a few times and still comes around yearly, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He's been with me since many wedge days, actually, so that's pretty cool to have him still on board with us, and he sponsors every single race car I have.
Yeah, he's a stand-up guy. I don't give him enough credit myself. He's a client of mine as well, and just a good stand-up guy. So, Junior, if you're listening, man, we all appreciate you.
But then DJ Directional Services, you guys all know DJ. DJ is a racing man. That guy is just the complete help to the program. He's helped me over the years, him and his brother. That's awesome to see him still on board with us. I couldn't thank him enough. He's pretty big into racing. I see his logo all over cars.
Mm-hmm.
And we picked up a new one, Buckeye Indoor Golf. He's out of Killbuck. He's never really been around racing, but he had caught wind of this racing stuff. He said he's been to Eldora a couple times, and he wanted to support a local kid. And thankfully, we picked him up as a sponsor this year. So it's pretty cool to have him on board. And I believe he's been up to the track a couple times. He sponsored the street stock show up at Hilltop, so that was really cool.
Yeah.
Then Lorain, Ohio Kart Complex. They're also new. It's my family. They have a kart complex up in Lorain. It's awesome. It just opened up. It's new. It's got some fast karts. You can go up there and play on simulators like iRacing and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. You guys got to go check it out.
Yeah.
And Eagle Stores. Okay. We have them. They're a gas station down here in Loudonville, Killbuck, Clark, I think, as well. There's a couple other places, I'm pretty sure. Can't thank them enough for coming on board this year. And Alan Bear's Lawn Care. He's a local guy here right down up the road from us. He jumped on board a couple years ago, and he's continued support with us, and I couldn't thank him enough. He does amazing work with lawn care. I'm pretty sure he does plowing business as well, so during the snow, salt, plow, and get a hold of him. Sports Performance and Machine. He's someone that stepped up this year. We met him through a friend of a friend, so that was awesome. We got hooked up with him. The friend of a friend is Stalled Racing. They also race. He races Mod Light, and then he also has another guy that races the mini stocks. That's pretty cool. The CS Show Cattle, he's been on board with us quite a few years. So thank you to Gris. Or I believe it's Chris. I'm sorry if I'm mistaken the name. There's a lot of people that I know. Tim Hawkins, somebody that also supports a lot of racing.
Yeah,
his push truck. So.
Yeah, Tim's a good
also
guy.
knew Tim's grandson growing up, so that's pretty cool to see him jump on board this year. Couldn't thank him enough for what he's done. The Glenmont Tavern, they just opened up again, so that's awesome to see. Their food's wonderful. I just made it out there. They've got pool tables, a bar, about pretty much anything you could think to party with. So that's a good little gig there they got going down there.
Yeah.
Great food, great prices. Roger Denji was 750 clear. That one's kind of hard to touch on. I wish I could go real more into it. I wish I could say a lot of it. But if you guys need to get having fun, get a hold of us or get a hold of Roger. He can get you guys supplied. So Triple S Energy and Management LLC, they came on board this year. I couldn't thank them enough. They actually stepped up to one of the bigger positions this year, so I couldn't thank them enough. It's really cool to see somebody that had no idea what racing was just be willing to help someone else young. Now they actually got into racing, been to the track. Trash Talk Dumpsters, someone that also raced and then had got out of it and still supports a class and multiple drivers. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Matt. Pleasant Hill Detailing LLC, they're out of Perrysville, Ohio. They do amazing work. They detailed our trailer, my truck, they do my car, my dirt bike, about anything you can think of, they do.
Nice.
You guys, they do awesome prices. I think it's $200 in and out right now for summer. So,
Wow, well, that's a good deal.
they're behind the scenes. Someone that's been known to us our whole life, pretty much since I got into racing. We met him through T-Carp, so couldn't be more thankful for the friendship I've had with T-Carp over the years since I was a little kid. So, thank you, D-Ham, for coming on board.
Everybody.
Racing Dirt Memes. It's Michael Lonis. I couldn't thank him enough. His family's been around racing for as long as I've even been alive and before. So
Yep.
I couldn't thank him enough for the support. And then he also raced a few years. It's pretty cool.
Is he still doing that iRacing rig? Has he got that still?
He does. Me and Michael sometimes race. I'm not sure how often he still does it now that I'm in racing season because I can't really get on a sim, which I wish I could because that stuff's fun and it really does teach you a lot of stuff. So,
Yeah.
James Crystal Hickman, 227 Motorsports. That's a new sponsorship this year. I went to school with their kid, Jesse. He also raced flat track four-wheelers, so that's pretty cool to see another side of Formula Racing come to help us out as they got out of it.
No.
Thank you guys to them. Snyder Hot Shot Truck and Trailer. I couldn't thank Cam enough for the support this year. They came on board this year to help us out. As not very many people, I guess, kind of jumped into position at first. Like, we had a bunch of spots sell and then had people jump out, and they really stepped up to that position. And I couldn't thank Kim and them enough for noticing that we needed the help.
Nice.
Even Michelle Hanton, something that's been around for a long time. Steve raced back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Michelle. She raced. So that's pretty cool to see someone that's raced and come on board with us. Todd Brennan Racing. They came on board. He also helped us do the body this year. I couldn't thank him enough for what he's done. That guy also helps us out with a lot of tires and stuff like that. Overall, he's a great guy. For those that obviously you guys know, Kyle, the incident, whatever, I don't care, so keep that out of here. I don't want it in the comments.
Well,
we do not give a shit about it.
You just brought it up, man. I don't think anybody's. I was sitting here laughing, thinking like, hey, listen, we need black hat and white hat. So, you know, yeah, we don't need no negative comments, but hey, I like it.
Yeah. No one saying that we're favoring one or if something happens. I mean, it's nothing like that. We're all here to race, and they help me out, and I help them as much as I can if I could. So thank him enough for what he's done.
I'm going to ask you a real quick question about that. Did you enjoy the song Big Blue?
Honestly, I thought it was kind of dumb in a way. But, I mean, I guess some people get to enjoy out of it. Like, I don't know. To me, I stayed out of it. I didn't really get to listen to it because, I mean, what's the sense in it, you know?
It's just
didn't have me in it.
There's just controversy, and so we can talk about it a little bit because, like, when you race these local racetracks and like, there's always a little drama, right? I think drama follows the sport, and even Lucas Oil wrote about it. It's all there. And I just think that, you know, Kyle and Todd were putting on every week. I think it was selling tickets because you didn't know what was going to happen week to week. And then it finally got too bad, right? I mean, it finally crossed the line, I think, and it settled back down. But, like, and I say this all the time, Billy, every week I tell this, like, we need a storyline, right? We need it. As a promoter, we have to have a story. Something has to be brewing to bring people in to see, hey, what's going to happen tonight? We just need to be careful where that line is.
Most definitely. I know they both are amazing racers. They race absolutely hard. And myself now getting fast enough to race with them guys is awesome. Sometimes it's a little worryful because I know they race very hard with each other.
Yeah.
So it's something to look out for in a way. Accidents happen all the time, and that's racing.
Hey, you know, you'll be running third one night and they screw around, you'll be winning, right? That's all. I mean, that's what you do.
Yep, that's all I pray on sometimes.
Yeah. So.
Then I got Chris Carpenter Racing. They also jumped on board this year at G-More. I apologize.
No, you're fine. Hit them all.
Kryptonite Race Cars. They also, obviously, we race their cars, so that's awesome to see them. To go through them for powder coating.
Yep.
Stack Panel Products. That's awesome to see them. As you guys seen last year, I have destroyed so much. And that stuff gets very, very expensive after doing it week after week after week. I went through 7 quarter panels last year.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
I couldn't thank them enough for stepping up.
That's McLaughlin, right? Shane owns that company?
Yep.
Yep, that's what I thought.
And that's pretty cool because we used to race karts with Tanner
and
Shane. So
Yep. That's
growing up, and then actually on our way down there, I told my dad, I was like, you realize who these people are, right? And he goes, no. And I was like, it's Shane and Tanner. We used to race them. And he was like, oh, wow, that's really cool. And we really never knew it until we got into the late model stuff. That's awesome to see them succeeding, not just racing, but a form of racing.
Yeah, I agree.
Then Elite Artworks, he did an amazing job on our wrap. He's also done a couple of our other cars. Did a couple other cars on the track. So if you need a wrap done, get a hold of him. He does designing and a couple other designing business product stuff. So get a hold of him if you need anything done for next year or even future yard signs or something.
Yeah. Car looks good.
Revive Mobile Detailing. They helped us shine up our wheels this year, and they do a bunch of detailing, obviously boat detailing. They do a polishing. I couldn't thank them enough because the wheels look amazing on the car. It really helps present our car on the track. I like having good-looking things on the track, and it bugs me whenever it looks like crap. Because we're racing $100,000 equipment, it don't deserve to look like $100 equipment.
That's true. That's a good philosophy.
An old family friend stepped up. Summer Nationals, actually, they stepped in to play, so I couldn't thank him enough for what he's done. Supplied us with some tires and fuel. And the B family, it's also my family. Couldn't thank them enough for coming in and helping us out. And I think that wraps up our program for the help, but I couldn't thank the pit crew, mom and dad, all them guys, anyone that's helped out, jumps in on the car, put money in if I forgot you. I couldn't thank anybody, all my fans, thank you guys. Without you guys, I would not want to do this, because if you guys weren't in the crowd screaming for us, I mean, what's the fun in it? We're just destroying the equipment for each other.
Yeah, listen, I agree with you. You got a lot of help. It's really good. Hopefully the future's bright. Right now, it's really good. You're the talk. You're the happening thing locally for sure. And so I want to be there when you get that first win. I hope it happens at my place for sure. And man, maybe you'll be battling the 1 star when it happens, and that would be even better for you.
Yeah, hopefully we can just get Kyle to start at the rear of the pack one night, and we'll both go to the rear, and we'll try to work our way up somehow, and we'll see where someone stands in front. Because I like following traffic, and I know he's good in traffic, and it's just fun to dice and race. I mean, it really puts on a good show.
Yeah.
You have that Wheel of Doom full field invert.
Yeah, you never know. That we're going to start using that this week. Christmas News Live will be the first time we bring that out. So, yeah, you never know. You might get
Let's run that into play.
Yeah, well, you never know. So, you got a comment here you want to read this from?
Yeah, I got 2 more things. Billy, Allie says, "This is Allie. I'm so proud of him for everything that he's done in his racing program."
Yeah, I couldn't thank her and her husband enough, because her husband was my pit crew member for the longest time, and thankfully someone stepped up, his racing program, and bought him a car over the year, and he started into racing, and he actually finished second this weekend under Johnny Gris. So that's pretty cool, seeing his first big win in his career. So, and then my sisters, I couldn't thank them enough for cheering me on every weekend. They jump in when they can in the garage and do what they know, and clean up the trailer here and there, just the small things that they can do and they know. And family, I love them enough, so put up with them each weekend. We fight, we argue, it is what it is.
That's just being close family. Fighting and arguing is just normal routine.
And speaking of fighting, I have a story about your dad. Did you ever hear that story when I was racing mini stocks at Lakeville?
Oh, jeez.
Probably many stories about dad going after someone.
Well, hang on, Billy. We're going back in the Wayback Machine. Buckle up, because here we go.
It was about 20 years ago, maybe 20, 25 years ago. But I didn't race Lakeville very often, maybe a handful of times. I probably maybe have only raced there 5 times in my life, maybe definitely less than 10. So this night we go down there, and Skipper's he takes the water to it, and it is muddy like an enduro. Like, it is a foot of mud, and he sends out the mini stocks for hot laps. And I remember I go down into turns 1, and your dad, he got it turned, and he had his car turned, and I got on the brakes, and it just slid like I was on ice. And I smashed the shit out of your dad's door. I T-boned him. I basically T-boned him right in the driver's side door. So we get going, we keep going and everything. We come off the racetrack, and guess who's waiting for me at the ramp? Just off the racetrack. Oh,
I can only see his face from here,
dude. And
That's awesome.
I thought he was gonna beat the living shit out of me. Like, I thought I was gonna get killed.
Sometimes I think that in the garage. He gets pretty angry sometimes. Something doesn't go his way in the garage, or something happens. It gets pretty comical sometimes. Him getting older now, he gets pretty grumpy, and it's funny. It's really good and enjoyable to be around and argue with him sometimes.
It was. I mean, we can laugh about it now, but I had to talk my way through that, and I told him it was my fault. I was so sorry, but luckily I didn't get killed that night in Lakeville Speedway.
Yeah, thankfully he's kind of calmed down. He used to be pretty ramped up back then, from what I've heard and the stories I've heard about him back all then. And as most of you guys know, Dad, he gets pretty hot sometimes. So
yeah, I think we all got a little bit of that hotness going around. So
I mean, it was
most definitely
rightfully so. Like, I mean, I admit it. It was like, I deserved it. So
Ryan's like, it was my fault.
Something also pretty cool. You guys can keep an eye out whenever. I'm not fully sure what's wrong with our street stock. I'm praying that it's not something major, but whenever it does come back, keep an eye out, because I'm throwing his ass in that thing. I mean, it's got to happen. He's been bugging me. That's his baby here at home. He works on it. And the whole pit crew, they're all like, Brian, when you're racing this thing, every week they're doing it. And it needs to happen. Well, I think everyone would go to the track just to see some old timers race.
Wait till I'm going to drive McVicker's car if we ever get it out of the garage. Paul, he's been waxing that thing, trying to make it faster with wax. So we'll plan that so your dad can come out, and at least I can race with him, and it'll feel like the old days.
Yeah, we definitely can. We can plan some out. We need to call it the Elders race or something.
Oh, easy now. Oh, man.
Dude, yeah.
That was like I was saying to Johnny, we should have called it the Redneck Fest Saturday in Wayne County. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
I pulled into.
The only thing we were missing is Valak, though. That's why I told Johnny Bruce, I'm like, man, the only thing we're missing is Valak around here in a banjo.
That would have been awesome.
Oh,
you talk about the Wayback Machine. You raced at that era too, Jason. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, but I'm not telling stories. It's like you're over here going, your dad ever tell you that story? No, he wasn't even born. He's 20 years old. He wasn't even born when that happened. Just think about that.
He
wasn't even born.
Yeah, like it was right around then.
Yeah, like I got a picture of you. If in the day of the record, I should post on website. People can see that Ryan Pearson 20 years ago or 25 years ago racing.
Your mom says shout out. Your mom says shout out to all the drivers that have helped us along the way as well. JR, Kyle, Todd Brennan, Cody Scott's crew, and many others.
Most definitely. All them guys that have jumped in, all them guys in the late model division are very respectful and helpful. I haven't been steered in the direction one wrong time, I don't think. And if they have, they must have steered me in the right direction, because it's really helped me, because I haven't noticed anything going bad.
Stubbed my knee on this table.
The street stock division, also, them guys, I mean, it blew my mind when I was putting that car together with the amount of help I had. We were having so much people just texting us, hey, you need this? Come pick this up. And we were just going. Yeah. And thankfully we got that car put together, and Denny Shear couldn't thank him enough for the opportunity in owning the car and him letting me drive it, and kind of put it against the wall every weekend. Is the car is kind of ugly right now, which I apologize for bringing a car. It looks like it came out of county fair, but until we get this thing running right, we're going to have a new body on her.
Yeah, well, listen, that class is still competitive. Like, I like watching it. I seen Jose Marsh last night was running second in that feature, and just trying to run down, Braden Tucky, and had a good race going, and I like that. I don't know what happened to Don Rutt. I thought he was going to be the class of the field, and he broke something in the feature, but that class has got a lot of potential in it again. It's starting to make a comeback, and so...
Most definitely. It's awesome.
So, yeah, well, I appreciate you coming on. I'm glad we met up last night. It just so happened that you came over and we was bullshitting, but it's always good. You're an upcoming dude. I appreciate it. Like, everything you're doing, you're good vibes, you carry yourself well, and like I said, I hope you get that first win at the county.
Yeah, we're definitely going to try. We had one in the mini stock, and street stock hopefully is coming, late model as well. Hopefully the future is very good for us, and hopefully the future is good for both local tracks, as the weather's been horrible this year, and just the accidents and everything else. I hope that everything turns around, and it's just overall great for everybody.
Yeah, let's hope all the bad luck and all the bad weather's out of the way. But, hey, Christmas in July this week, so we'll look forward to seeing you there Saturday night, and maybe Santa Claus will get you something.
So most definitely.
Thanks for coming on, Billy. We're pulling for you, man. I love your style.
Thank you, guys. Definitely appreciate you guys letting us come on here and shout out our sponsors and really put it out there for us. So really appreciate it.
Hey, you're welcome. Glad you could do it. Thanks a lot.
If you need anything, you got my number now.
So thank you guys.
Yeah, if you need something from Ryan from like 20 years ago, go ahead and text him. He's got all kinds of stories. Like if you can't sleep at night, call Ryan.
Maybe he's got a pair of pants or something for me.
Yeah, maybe so.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, he is. All right.
Thanks, Billy.
Yep. Thank you guys.
We'll see you.
Yeah, you think you're funny.
Oh, I know I'm funny. He's climbing on board to run over Ryan's train. So, oh man, listen, good dude, good stories, good potential there. Like it's sky's the limit. I like his attitude. I like the way he wants to race, and he could have said, "Well, I'm just trying to get out of the way and just try to earn laps." No, he's wanting to mix it up, man. He's wanting to get it done, and that's how you get it. You'll get respect if you give the respect, and he's racing clean and he's having the results, and so it's exciting to see. It's something that we, Emma Markham, we'll get her on here one of these days too. That's going to be exciting. But like, oh man, like as an owner of the damn place, like we need young people, right? Like the business doesn't work without racers. So, what's going on, Ryan? What are you gonna do now? We got to talk about what's coming up.
Well, a couple of things. Like you talk about Emma. Like I saw Emma and Ryan the other day. You were doing track prep, and they were down there, just chit chatting with her and stuff, and it's neat to see. And we were talking. I was talking with her, and she was like, "I've never raced anything before, so like this is all new." So that's neat. And then her time's coming, man. She's getting there.
Yeah, listen, racing isn't easy. I think
you need reps.
I think sitting in the stands, I think it looks easy. Like I watch the infield and I go, like I almost want to get a car so bad sometimes. I'm like, I'll go out here and show this so and so how to do this, But I know when I get in a car, because I've done it so many times. Like it isn't like you see it. You know what I mean? You get in there and you're working the pedals and the wheel, and it's like, it takes a package deal. But hey, we got lots of good stuff coming up. One thing is we had that Hell Tour race and the Don Hans goes from more. It was really good to see Rick Gross and the whole family come out. And Tyler Carpenter's been to the county, I would say maybe 10 times in my lifetime of owning it. Never had any success. And then like he found a way to get around that place last Sunday better than I think anybody got around it. Like he was able to find and make good time there, especially the last 5 laps. He gapped them pretty good. But,
he said it in the victory lane. I said it already. He said he put the right front on the guardrail and just let it rip, and that's what he did, man. And he just almost like flat-footed it around.
It's pretty cool. I know it wasn't ideal conditions for any of us, and so the tar and feathers are out, guys. You're past your 7-day, so nobody can do that today. But hey, I'm looking forward to what's coming up. So I see you got this flyer on the screen. Christmas in July next weekend. Damn, man, it seems like this year is going by so fast, and we've had so many rainouts and so many different things happen, and we're not going to dwell on those things today, but we are excited for Christmas in July. Santa Claus will be in the house, and there's a lot of good things going on, and then, believe it or not, August 1st, we take a night off of racing again, and we got our first annual big monster truck motocross stunt show. Kind of excited for this. Did a lot of research in the winter, and it worked out for August 1st because lots of different things in the area, but kind of excited. So pre-sale tickets, My Race Pass, go to get the pre-sale tickets, and you get a lot of perks if you buy them early, and we need that to be a sellout crowd. I think that's going to be a big show for us, and something different that we don't do every week, so I'm excited.
They were in Missouri this past week, and they had a sellout crowd in Missouri. Yeah. And then what's some of the other perks that they get?
It's not in front of me, so thanks for putting a spot. But so if you chat GPT things like Ryan does all the time, it would be, you get free parking and you get this and you get that. But it's a free pit party. So, if you buy a pre-sale ticket, there's a pit party where you're going to be able to get driver autographs. You can get up and close to the monster trucks. And they'll have a truck there giving rides. Now, that's their deal. That's not with the Speedway. But you can climb in one of them big old things and take a ride in it. And so I think it's going to be neat. Something we've never done. I wanted to think outside the box this year. And Dustin Hughes, who's been doing the Sticks Up Promotions Derbies, he's had 2 bad nights with bad weather. So it's either him or just bad luck. I'm not sure what it is. So, we're talking about bringing Dustin back for a fall blowout derby thing, and we'll see. Now, if it snows on that one, then he is never coming back again, right? So I like Dustin. He's a good guy. Not his fault, but a lot of things out of our control, folks. I want to thank, again, everybody who came out last night. You know who you are, and I couldn't thank you enough. So we had a good night. It wasn't what we wanted, but we made the best of a bad situation with the damn forecast. I mean, my best friend there, Paul McVicker in Creston, I seen him this morning. I go, man, where you at? We raced. He goes, my phone said it was 100% chance it was going to rain. I go, didn't rain Orville.
No, he's missing out on making money.
Yeah, like I'm supposed to drive that car 3 races. I don't know if there's 3 races left for him to get the car out. So I don't know. Me and him's going to fight a little bit. So, but yeah, so a lot of good things. White's Ford night coming this Saturday too. So they were in May, and of course rained out. Imagine that, we rained out in a race in May. But Brian Gibson, my good buddy over at White's Ford, if you need a good, I call it a good truck, good Ford F-150, go to White's Ford. He's got a bunch of used stuff too. He'll treat you right. He's the man. He's a blue-collar guy, man. He's just a good guy. So go check out White's Ford on Route 57 and mention Wayne County Speedway. And I don't know if that'll help you or hurt you, but...
She says you're a funny guy, too.
You pulled that up, and so you told me not to read his comments, but then you highlight them so they catch my attention. But, yeah, he's a funny guy, definitely.
You're a funny guy.
Yeah, I try to be so. So what do you got? Let's wrap this up, because I got work to do. So what do you got going on? What do you want to talk about? You've been kind of quiet tonight. We want to promote the Monster Truck Show. Yeah, listen, guys. Monster Truck Show is something big. It's something new. You're going to see a lot of promotions this week and next week for it. So grab a friend, grab an enemy, grab a neighbor, grab somebody. Come out to that Monster Truck Show and check it out. We're trying to be diversified, and I know as many rainouts as we've had, it looks like we don't want to race. But when you put that schedule together in February, it looked pretty damn good. I mean, there was opportunities to do some different things this year, and it just, when you rain out so many races, that's what our bread and butter is. But we are going to Monster Truck, and I'm looking forward to it. So hope you come out and enjoy that. I thought the Derby was a good time last night. I had a good time. I don't really never have a bad time anywhere I go. So did you have fun?
I did have fun.
Did you? Yeah. So what else?
That's it, man.
That's it.
Let's wrap her up.
That's it. So remember, next Sunday, the Ron Craver Celebration of Life, and it's in Navarre.
Public is welcome.
Public's welcome. I'll be there. I will be doing a little speaking, so you want to come and hear some of the words of my wisdom towards Mr. Craver. I will have some good stories. You need to let him drive the 2-seater.
You need to let Brian the kid.
Yeah.
Or Billy the Kid Dawson.
I got to get the 2-seater out. It wouldn't start the other day. I was trying to get it out the other day, and I just couldn't get the thing to start. It wouldn't roll over. Not that it wouldn't start, it just wouldn't crank over. So a bad battery, or hopefully nothing happened to that thing. But
and Kevin says Billy's working his way up. He's not going to back down, so he's going to keep going.
Yeah. Listen, you could tell by the interactions we had tonight that there's a lot of people looking at this kid, and he's got a bright future. And so I'm glad we had him on. I'm glad we ran at each other last night. That kind of worked out perfect for me and you and him. And so, yeah. Listen, you didn't throw Matt any love tonight, but Sinks Garage, I give Matt shit every week. I do, and but he's got a lot of shit. I was going through some of his junk yesterday, and like, if you like diecast and you like some of that racing apparel, and if you're a fan of that stuff, he's got some stuff. I was looking at some old stuff, like my generational stuff, right? Stuff you wouldn't be interested in, but like, it's amazing what he has. And I give him a lot of shit, but he does a good job, and he's got a lot of variety. So stop and see Matt at Sinks Garage, and he helps the track out a bunch, and he's always willing to donate some stuff. And so, yeah, listen, we're gonna auction. We're not gonna auction. We're donating a basket for the victims of the thing that happened in Rittman a couple weeks ago. So I don't know how they're going to promote that, but there'll be an opportunity to we'll throw some shirts and sweatshirts and tickets and things into a basket. So that's going to be coming up next weekend. I think it's next Sunday. They're having a raffle or a giveaway for that. So if people want to go help that cause too, we'll have some Wayne County Speedway stuff if you want to draw attention to that. Other than that, some things going on to Speedway is we're going to be doing some pit parking improvements this week. We're going to rip out some more grass and bring in some millings in and expand the pit parking and get rid of some grassy areas. So like I say, just keep working. It never stops. So we just keep working and working and working and making the place better. And the haters hate, and the people like it.
What made you want to do that?
I'm bored, and I'm not due this week.
No, it's just something that
I'm always looking for millings, and when Concosing or somebody's in town and they call me, it's just about as cheap as you can get any kind of aggregate, and aggregate's so expensive. And so we've been wanting to remove all that grass up there. We're gentrying them park up there. We're like Late Model Row, and we did, Berkey Excavating helped us out a couple of years ago, and we got to do about a third of it. And so we're going to hopefully finish that off this week. And And in the springtime, it'll help because that helps parking in the spring. It's not so wet. We don't get haulers stuck all the time. So trying to make it so that we can race. Yeah, you can't race in the rain, but try to make the place so we can race more often. It's not like, oh, the parking lot's too wet. Oh, the pits are too wet. Trying to set the facility up so there's not, it's just easier, you know, and within budget. I've done a lot of improvements, and I'm not patting myself on the back, but I challenge anybody to go against me on who has more passion, and I want things to be so good. And the weather sucks.
You know, it's just you kind of mentioned it. It's tough that you're not going to see a return on that.
No, you don't see a return, but it's maintenance for me. Things that I do over there that Anthony won't have to mow that spot. You know, that's diesel fuel and time on a mower. So we don't have to do no more.
That's
or
good.
Aggregates forever. You know what I mean? It won't blow away and it won't go away. So, yeah. So, hey, I'm excited. Look forward to Christmas in July. Look forward to get the Fast Five cars back together. We got the whole gang in town with Randy.
OVSCA.
Yeah, Randy's been like shut out this year with the rain. So, looking forward to see Randy up there. And I don't know, man. Let's just race. Let's put some stuff together and let's run a good show. And we're winding down, guys. If you've been waiting to see if you're going to come to the track, you better stop waiting because we're winding it down. And I'm not the bearer of bad news, but we're 1 week away from August. School starts in 3 weeks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Everybody who just listened goes, but every parent's going, yes, my kids go back to school. So, hey, I'm good. I love it. Just living a dream, buddy. Just doing it every day.
Okay, we'll see everybody at the racetrack next Saturday night for the Christmas in July, the Fab Five, and then we'll be back on the air on
Fast Five. Where you get Fab?
Oh yeah, it's the Fab Four.
Yeah. Listen,
Where's
folks, just so
the
you
Fab
know,
Four?
just look at these pictures behind us and just smile. All you can do is smile and laugh at Ryan. We were fortunate enough tonight to go in the Wayback Machine. Thank you for taking us on that trip. The only thing we're missing is like some like hallucination screen going when we're going back in time. Like, woo! Like, if we had the budget for that, we'd be doing that, right?
Let's see what we got.
Don't do it. Everybody just quit. Like, we just dropped all these viewers right at the same time. So it's definitely, nobody wants to hear it. Flushing water down the drain. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. So,
all right, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see everybody next week. See you in turn 2.